Bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello. If you're coming back, welcome back. Thank you for staying around. I really appreciate it. So, I'm coming at you guys today dressed like this because, quite honestly, it was a stressful day at work and I just want to be comfy. So, Dad, if you're watching, thanks for leaving this shirt here. And yeah, I have a fan going on in the back, so sorry if you can hear that as well, but it's like 5 million degrees in my apartment because Mario cooked us a yummy dinner, but it also made my apartment really hot, so fan is happening. Today, I am talking to you about the importance of fucking taking care of yourself, because believe it or not, that's important. So, in my giveaway video, which the giveaway is still going on if you're interested, I'll link it up in the cards somewhere. Towards the end, I got kind of sappy about how this has kind of become my second job. I was thinking about getting a second job again for the second time, but then this whole thing happened and I don't have to do that anymore, which I still am just so incredibly grateful for, because like I mentioned in that video, I was really scared to start looking for another job again because I had worked 2 jobs previously, and ultimately it led to me having a grand mal seizure. So needless to say, I was very scared to think about having to work 2 jobs again. But when I was talking about that in my video, I kind of realized to myself, oh, that would be a good video in itself to talk about that, because Megan, you've told everybody everything about yourself already, so like what's one more thing? No, honestly, and I don't care, but like honestly, it's just I feel like it's something that a lot of people don't know can happen, and I obviously didn't know it could happen, and then it did. So I just wanted to talk to you about the importance of taking time for yourself. In today's society, I feel like the whole hustle culture thing is a very, very prominent thing that you see on social media, on TV, and magazines, everywhere. I feel like you always see people saying, oh, you have to be on your grind. Oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead, blah, blah, blah. But like, that's not healthy. Like, really, truly, it's just not healthy. Because like, yeah, having a hustle is good and staying busy is good. I'm a person that likes to stay busy because if I don't, then I just kind of go a little bit bananas because I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like it's gotten to a point where all you hear about is grind, 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 hustle, 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 and not, oh, what about your well-being? Like, how are you doing? Physically, mentally. How are you doing? And I don't think people realize how toxic of a mindset that can be. So, from last September to early March of this year, I was working 2 jobs. I thought I had to financially, which I did. It helped me because I had never lived on my own before, and so I was definitely like, from June to March, I was definitely still figuring out like my finances and what bills were gonna look like for me every month. But I was working upwards of 50 to 60 hours a week. And my second job was a retail job as well. And my full-time job is a graphic design job, but it is a very, very customer service heavy graphic design job. So I was basically going from one customer service job to another. I just remember like at the end of like February feeling so burnt out. I felt the most burnt out and the most overwhelmed and in over my head I have felt in a very, very long time. And around that time, me and Mario started dating. We decided to take a day trip up to Boulder because when you live in Denver, that's a very easy thing to do. And so this was March 8th. I remember feeling very, very shaky and kind of dizzy, but I also hadn't eaten a lot that day. I think I ate like a muffin and I had like a coffee, and that was pretty much it. But that was also very normal for me at the time because, quite frankly, like not only was I overworking myself, I just was not taking care of myself. Like I wasn't eating properly, I don't think. and mentally I just wasn't very good. The month of December was really, really hard for me, and so December and January, really, those 2 months were really hard for me, and so I was kind of coming out from that. I hadn't been taking care of myself. So at that point, only having a muffin and a coffee for breakfast was a pretty normal thing. Me and Mario, we took the bus up there because neither of us drive. Well, he drives, he just doesn't have a car. I don't have my license. Fun fact about me. We took the bus up there, and our plan was when we got there, we were going to go to a cafe and get like actual food. But Boulder, if you don't know, has a lot of really cute like art stores and like craft stores and just like shit, that's my jam, right? And so we went into one of those, and I remember I was switching back and forth between my prescription sunglasses and my normal glasses. And I remember when I switched back to my normal glasses from my prescription glasses, I felt extremely dizzy. And I thought, oh, it's just because I'm switching between glasses, like that happens to me sometimes. But then, it just kind of kept getting worse, and I remember feeling, like, dazed. I just kept telling myself, Megan, you just need to eat, like, it's fine. And went up to Mario, and I was like, hey, can we go eat? And, so we were leaving, and I remember we were in, like, this sock section of the store that we were in, and I was, like, pointing to a pair of socks. And that's the last thing I remember, before I woke up, and I had EMTs, telling me while I was sitting on the ground that I had had a seizure. And I remember being like, no, I didn't. That was like the first thing I said. I distinctly remember being like, no, I didn't have a seizure. And they were like, yeah, you did. And I was still very much coming out of it at this point. I was very like dazed and confused. So that was my first ambulance ride to the emergency room there. Mario obviously had to explain to them what happened. And I guess, I, like, dropped down to the floor, and he caught me, thank God. And then I just started, like, convulsing and, like, foaming at the mouth, for a lack of a better term. And I had a seizure. And according to Mario, it lasted about 30 seconds. So I don't know how long that is in seizure time, but I think it's kind of long, or like pretty average. Yeah, they brought me to the ER, they ran some tests, everything was fine. My blood sugar was low, but like I had to eat, so that was just to be expected. So they gave me some juice and some crackers and stuff, and ran some tests, everything was fine, and they sent me on my way. And so after that, I obviously had to go to a bunch of like different follow-up doctors and stuff, main one being a neurologist. And after everything, we basically came to the conclusion, the neurologist did, that this was probably just a one-time thing, and that it was caused by the increase in my stress level. It just started because of the drop in blood sugar. And I remember talking to one of my cousins about this, who's a nurse, and she said that stress-related seizures, are extremely common, and like that people don't realize how common they actually are. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, cool. This was March 8th, and then Colorado went into lockdown like 2 weeks later. I was out of work for I think 2 weeks. Having a chronic illness plus having a seizure is just a combination I really don't think anybody wants to experience. Poor Mario, the time that this happened, we had been dating a month. A whole month. And he had to deal with this. And he was just the sweetest little angel baby about all of it, and took such good care of me the whole time, and did not leave my side, and it was just, yeah. But, yeah, so it was 2 weeks before lockdown happened, and so I kind of took that, having a seizure, and then being forced to stay in my house for like 3 months, I kind of took that as a time to really reevaluate my priorities, and also my finances, to see if working a second job was really necessary. I was able to sit down and move around my finances and see how much I was really paying for everything each month, and I realized I didn't have to work a second job. Or the relief I felt was, I like teared up when I realized that, because I was so scared to go back to work and to go back to working 2 jobs. And I know I know it is a privilege to be able to quit my second job. Or working 2, 3, however many jobs is so common and is so necessary in our economy today, and I know what a privilege it is, or it was, for me to be able to quit my second job. But for me, that meant everything, because quite literally, my body stopped working for 30 seconds because I was so burnt out. If you don't take time for yourself willingly, your body will make you. Your body knows what it needs, and your body knows when it needs to slow down. And if you don't listen to it telling you these things, something could happen like this. And let me tell you, this was really traumatic, honestly. Like, I know that's kind of like a strong word to use, but genuinely, it was scary as hell and traumatic. Like, to say that I had a seizure and I don't remember anything. I blacked out completely. And to have something like that is scary. And my heart goes out to those who have seizures regularly, because I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. So this is my reminder to you to unclench your teeth, to straighten your posture, which I'm kind of hunched over, but it's because I hurt my back at the gym yesterday, and to take a deep breath, you know? Taking care of yourself is really important. And yeah, money and material things are really nice to have. I have a Gucci belt. Like, I like things. I like nice things. But taking care of yourself is so much more important. And I also know saying that is a privilege. Be able to say, yeah, money's important and it's nice to have, but it's not everything. I know that's a privilege to be able to say that. I know. But all you have is yourself and is your health. And if that's not right, then nothing else will be right. I used to be, in college, in school in general, I used to be a kid that did everything. I was in band, theater, was a very good student, put my well-being behind everything else. And I was able to do that for a really long time, but then my chronic fatigue happened. And so I had to reevaluate. And I had to learn how to budget my energy. And then I got used to that. I pushed it, and then I had a seizure, and I had to reevaluate again. And so it's like, for every step forward that I was taking, my body was like, calm down, hold your horses, it's okay, you don't need to do all this at once, and I'm gonna let you know that you don't have to do all this at once. And each time I listened. And now I feel very calm. Like, yeah, work is stressful, but I can shut it off. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of work for this right now, but it's fun. And it's a fun thing for me to do, and it makes me happy. I've really learned to focus on what's really important to me. You don't always have to be staying on your grind and hustling and whatever. That work you're stressed about doing can probably wait until tomorrow, right? And I always ask myself now, is what I'm so stressed out about right now gonna still matter to me a year from now? Because if not, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get it done well and to the best of my abilities, but then I'm gonna move on. And for me to be able to say that to myself is huge. And honestly, I think therapy has helped me a lot with this. But I also just think having this experience and being so burnt out and stressed to the point where my body seized, it really makes you evaluate things. And I really wish I could tell younger Megan these things, because younger Megan had a lot of panic attacks and had a lot of anxieties about things that really didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. They seemed like they were the end-all be-all, that it was all that mattered, but they didn't. And they just caused me a lot more stress than I needed to be dealing with at that time. And I still deal with that now. I'm not saying I'm like a changed person, but having had this experience, like I said, it really made me reevaluate my priorities and what's actually important. all we see now, like I said, is hustle, 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 grind, 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 make all the money, buy all the shit, right? That's all we see. And yeah, I love nice things. I would like to buy more nice things. But I'm no longer consumed with hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind. Because hustle, 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 grind, grind, grind made me have a seizure. My advice to you is to take the time that you need, and your body knows what it needs, and to listen to it. Because if you don't, it's going to make you listen, and you might not like it, and it might be kind of scary. Take the days off, you know? If you have PTO at your job, you don't need to be going on vacation to take time off. You really don't. I need to be better at accepting that. I haven't taken time off just because, like, I think ever. But I've been thinking that I might, because I feel like I just need kind of a breather. Your body knows what it needs. So listen, and don't let hustle culture get in the way. You just don't need any of that. Because what you do need is a healthy mind and a healthy body. That's what you need. And I feel like a lot of this could go for weight loss too. Because I got pretty obsessive over weight loss. But I think I'm going to make that into a different video, like how to keep a healthy mindset while losing weight. So I guess this could just be kind of like the precursor to it. But yeah, that's my story about how my body told me to slow down and how I listened. And how if you feel the same way, you should listen to. That's all I really had to say today. I know this is kind of like a rambly, weird video, but my video on Saturday, ironically, is going to be about my Etsy store. Because I've been hustling, grinding away on that. But it's fun for me, so I don't really mind. I'm launching a whole bunch of Halloween stuff. I've been filming me making the stuff, so that'll be a little bit more fun and less rambly, hopefully. This is just on my noggin, so I wanted to talk about it. Like, I don't have a lot to teach, but I have some things. And I feel like this is one of them. Because apparently what happened to me is very common, and I'd like it to not happen to other people because it was really stressful and traumatizing. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry if this was weird again, but I just felt like talking about it. And my brain's kind of fried from work today, so like, the irony in that, I understand it's there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified whenever I post. All of my links will be down below. I have a Patreon and a Discord now, and the Discord's already poppin', so is the Patreon. All the Patreon perks are going to start in October. If you're interested in that, go have a look-see down below. I have merch now, too. So if you're interested in any of that shit, it's going to be down below. If you're not, that's fine, too. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.